Well, I'm over here doing a heifer barn, and I find this little moron loose. It's not that little, but she was running loose in here. Tore the barn up, and she knocked over a bunch of stuff. The problem is, the container, a bunch of little screws and stuff, and she knocked that over into the hay, around the hay bale there. It was all in a contained area, but it was on the floor. And I just kept finding screw after screw, bunch of stuff. Which, not too big a deal. I swept up as much as I could. I got swept up into a pile right here. I tried to pick up as much as I can, sort it out. I swept the majority of it in a pile there, and I'm either going to take it out with the wheelbarrow, just dump it out in the pile, or do something, make sure they don't get into it. But the thing is, I don't know if she tried eating any of the hay around there. And that's the thing, if she picked up a couple of them screws or something, that's not good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to got the balding gun here, and I'm going to give her one of these. It's a magnet. And what that'll do, it'll go into that first, it'll end up in her first stomach, and it'll stay there. It's not going to go anywhere else, it's going to stay right there. And because I don't know if they'll actually, eventually them screws, if she did pick up anything, screw, nail, piece of metal, it'll eventually pass through, but there's a chance it could perforate a stomach, it could perforate her intestine, and if that happens, it's pretty much not much you can do. Hopefully you can get her to a sale. She'll start showing symptoms, she'll have discomfort and stuff. In best case scenarios, if you can get her to a sale before she complicates too much. But what this will do, it'll float around in there with the contents of her stomach, and it'll pick up them screws, and they'll actually lay flat against this, and it'll help prevent them from puncturing anything. So that's what I'm going to do. And this balding gun here, if I wanted to, I could put up to 5, at least 4 magnets, maybe 5 in this gun. And it's supposed to work. It's got this trigger here. That rod comes out with the pills. And there's supposed to be a spring in here. And what you're supposed to be able to do is just pump this and just pump them down in, basically one at a time. But it doesn't work that way anymore, so all I do is I'll get it into position, and then I'll just take my hand and push on that rod and slip it in. We've had this gun quite a few years. My dad bought this gun. Oh, one year we had winter dysentery going through the cows, basically diarrhea. And you had to give the pills they had at the time, you had to give two to 3 of them, depending on the severity, 4 to 5 times, or I think it was up to 4 to 5 times a day. And if you take a single balding gun and you're going through 30 cows and have to give 1 pill at a time, so that's why we bought this. You could put the 2 or 3 in there and go right down through them and give it to them. So that's been, well, my dad died in '93, so we've had that quite a few years. But a few times I almost threw it out. I've been able to keep it fixed, but they ain't bad. I think they're like 30 or 40 bucks. You can always buy a new one, but they end up working. So we'll see if we can get an angle here where you can watch me do this. Get their head back, kind of hold their tongue back, and go on the inside of their jaw, go bottoms out, Give it a chance to swallow. And it's just like that. I don't think she spit it up. It's the first time she's ever gotten a pill. Yeah, she didn't spit nothing up. That's the first time she's ever got it, so she hasn't learned a trick. Some of these, they learn how to get their tongue in the back and block it. And as soon as you think you got it down there, you pull the gun out and they're spitting out the pills. And you gotta go through it all again. So hopefully if she picked up anything now, that'll be a little bit of preventive maintenance. By rights, I probably should go through and do the whole barn. I don't have enough magnets to do all these, but like I say, I think I got most of this swept up. So it shouldn't be a problem. So I said, all I gotta do is get this out of here, and then we had a big floor magnet around somewhere. I don't know where it's at right now. If we get that, run it through this stuff and pick up a lot, make sure I pick it up. But yeah, like I said, I don't think she's got anything. I think she's fine. But can't be too careful. So what you want, dum-dum? You shouldn't even be here either. It's a brown Swiss bull. Woolly damn things. Get a little bit cold weather, they start getting their winter coats in, and probably should change the feed a little bit on them, get a little more corn in the grain or something for them, help slick them up. So, and I got some stanchions to fix here. I gotta get these fixed and bring some more heifers over from the other barn. So make sure this barn stays warm enough in the winter. Right now, if we start getting down in the teens, I'll probably have frozen water cups and everything in here. Usually if I got this barn full, it ain't a problem, so. But, I guess that's the fun for today. I'll clean this barn out and go mix feed for the cows. So thanks for watching. We'll catch up with you later.